Are you ready for this? Quitting alcohol is so easy. I've tried to tell you guys so many times through these long form videos. I've gone into detail with all these great little bullet points. I've scripted the words perfectly to try and tell you the 5 steps or the 10 steps to stop alcohol cravings. And you're still struggling. And I know you're still struggling because you keep coming back and you're watching more videos that I put out. Now, I just want to make this absolutely clear. This is a rant, but it's a good rant and it's one that you need to hear. You don't need someone to give you some magical formula or some scientific proven plan which helps you cure alcoholism in 24 hours. You just need someone who was once like you, i.e. me, to tell you how simple quitting alcohol is. So a little bit of a backstory. I think I had my first alcoholic drink when I was like 14. I remember went camping over some girl's house. Was it in her back garden or was it down a park? I can't remember. But yeah, we were all like 14 and it was in the UK, from Wales, in Wales rather, where I'm from. And we'd buy WKDs. We'd have like a pack of 4 and they'd come with like cardboard and you'd like hold them and then you'd drink one and they'd all just like fall apart on the floor. So anyway, that was like my first alcoholic drink. And I remember like got to like 3 WKDs. There must have been like 4% or something like that. And yeah, just got absolutely hammered. Then turned 18, started going on the pub. Used to drink like 3 pints of Foster's, and I think I got to like 5 before I used to be sick. Isn't it funny that like when you're younger, you like try and drink as much as you can before you get sick? But anyway, as you go further along your journey, drinking becomes less and less fun and it becomes more and more of a problem. But yet we keep doing it more. So it just doesn't make sense. It's like, it's causing us this massive issue in life where we're hungover, we're missing work, or we're like getting into fights. Got into loads of fights myself when I was younger, and I wasn't even hard. Like, I was literally a pussy. Like, I used to fight, and yeah, I just got arrested so many times. It's only when I quit alcohol that I actually went to a gym and learned kickboxing and actually had real amateur fights in the ring and in the cage. But anyway, the number one thing for you to be able to quit alcohol is, are you ready for this? It is so, so simple. You just need to have a purpose for life. That is it. That's it. You just need to have a purpose. You need to have a reason to stop drinking alcohol. That is it. I'm going to tell you how I did it. So, when I was 30, or I just turned 30, I've told this story so many times. So, if you are someone who's been watching my channel, sorry, I'll keep it quick. Basically, turned 30, and I wanted to go watch Conor McGregor fight. And we were in Australia, so it was like daytime, Sunday afternoon. Basically, all my friends went without me, and the pub wouldn't let any more people in. Long story short, they wouldn't go anywhere else, so it was my own birthday and I couldn't go to watch Conor McGregor in the pub, so I watched off some dodgy stream in the house. It was at that point that I realised that my friends that I had, who were drinking friends, who liked to party, take drugs, they weren't actually my friends. What good friends would not be with you on your birthday? At the time, I had this girlfriend that was like, when you're with someone, you're like half and half. Like, you look at them and sometimes they're attractive, sometimes they're not, and you're like, oh, do I stay with them or not? And this is no disrespect to her, but you know, you know, it is it is what it is, and I'm sure she'll probably say the same to you as well. But I was living this life where I was 30 years of age and I was sharing an apartment with another couple. So we were in this 2-bed apartment in Sydney, Australia, down by the beach. Very small apartment, 4 people, 2 couples in one apartment, 1 bathroom. And I was just thinking, I'm a man. I'm 30 years of age and I don't have what I want in life. Like, I don't have the freedom. So even if you can't relate to living in an apartment with 4 people, if you're not at that point where you feel like you're not hitting the expectations or you're not getting the freedom that you want as a man, then this story still relates to you. So anyway, I was like, right, I looked at my life and I was like, why don't I have the things I want? Why don't I have the respect that I want? Why don't I have the body that I want? Why don't I have the money that I want? Why can't I get the women that I want? And it was all due to me drinking. That was it. So I was like, right, okay. So if I want to get these things in life, I just have to remove alcohol. That's all I have to do. I just have to remove it. So I removed alcohol and I stayed sober for 10 weeks. I went back out drinking with some friends who I used to hang around with when I used to be a drinker, and I drank again. I felt absolutely terrible. The next day, I was like, right, okay, I'm not drinking again. And here we are 5 years later. What I have found on my journey is that I just needed a definite purpose. I needed a desire to go out and get what I want in life, which is just freedom. So whatever that looks like to you, promotion at work, maybe like better paying clients, or maybe you don't have a job and you just want to get a job so you can have money, and yeah, you just need to have a purpose. You need to have something that you need to work for. Now, there's not some magic one word answer or this magic thing, because as I go through my journey now, my first step was just to get a good body so I could pull women. I know that sounds really vain, but I was like, right, if I can get in shape, I can pull women, men will respect me, and my life will be better. I got the better body. Women weren't that fussed. A lot of men looked up to me and said, wow, how'd you get in that sort of shape? Which is cool. But then I realized I wanted freedom in life. So I wanted to quit my 9 to 5 job. So I quit my 9 to 5, and now I'm working towards this business, which is pretty challenging. I'm on YouTube every single day. I'm making these long form videos. Right now I'm doing it in my bedroom, on my bed. I've just woken up. I'm just gonna show you guys outside a minute. Just gonna show you where I live. Hang on. Only got 10% battery. Yeah, so I got a swimming pool down there. I'm gonna put a bit of a cut because that's really bad. I've got some footage, so I'm going to put a little bit of an overlay over. There we go. And yeah, so you just need to have a purpose in life. That's all you need. You just need to have a purpose. You need to have something that you wake up for every single day, which is so demanding, so challenging that you don't have time for a hangover. People ask me, how do I go out to pubs, clubs, bars? How do I go out without alcohol? And how do I manage to go home at like 10 o'clock and then wake up at 6 a.m. the next morning? It's because I want to be the best version of me. I want to be in the best shape. I do kickboxing, so I want to be better on the pads. I want to be better at sparring. I want to have more money. I want to have a more free life. So I don't have time for a hangover. Like, drinking doesn't even cross my mind. Like, why would I want to go out and drink a beer, have bad sleep, wake up hungover, and then not be able to work towards my goals? Why would I want that for myself? Because all you need is a purpose. You need to ask yourself why you want to quit alcohol, and you need to find the real reason why. Like, maybe your wife will leave you, maybe you'll have bad health, maybe you're out of shape, and if you don't quit alcohol, you'll never get a woman and you'll never have a family. But only you can answer that question. Only you can find that pain point. It's been a bit of a rant. I do have a training video for 2025. You can click on the link below in the description. It's there now. I'm not sure how long it's going to be free for, but it will just change your perspective and your outlook on your problem. You'll see that your problem isn't really a problem, and it's just this little thing which is in the way, which is easy, it could be easily avoided. So I thank you for watching. And also I've got a video here on how to stop cravings instantly, because the reason we drink is because we get a craving, something happens throughout the day or the week and we get upset and then we want to run away from the pain. So if you can get rid of the cravings, at least this week coming now, you can stop yourself from drinking. and you can get some momentum. But yeah, you just need to find out a reason why you want to quit drinking. Just find out your real reason why. Pick some goal which you can work towards, which is going to take up all your, it's just going to consume you. And then you won't have time to think about alcohol. And then once you build up the days, then you rack up the months, and then you rack up the years, you just become, you're just not a drinker and it doesn't cross your mind. And that is the problem solved. So there we are. Wanted to make this video, and I thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.